Hello. So it's been a while. A lot has changed. I'm actually back in Boston. I fell off of my goal of posting a video once a month. It just got really crazy at the end of my 6 months, but it's been a lot of fun going through the footage. And when I was looking back at March, it was very hectic at work, and it was just a time of a lot of change in my life in general. So I got to explore Zurich more. I also got to see a friend that I hadn't seen in 10 years in Geneva. I got to go to Rome, and I have only a 3-second clip of that because I was there for work, so I didn't have time to film. I also went to Barcelona for work, but I got to stay for a weekend, so I got to do more there. And yeah, it was a good time. March is the start of spring, and I really felt I had a real March. A lot happened in general, but a lot changed in my life. This is nothing new or groundbreaking, but I feel like change is always hard, even if it is good. Growing hurts, but it is important. Some highlights. Re-meeting someone I hadn't seen in a decade. We met the summer before I would move to Boston for school. Thinking about who we were back then and who we are now, even who we were in these clips in Geneva, it's just a blip of who we will become. People are changing all the time, moment to moment. Nothing is permanent, and all you can really do is move through it and try to enjoy it along the way. The first time I'd ever been to Europe was actually to stay with his family in France. That trip in many ways changed the trajectory of my life, what I thought was possible, what I wanted. It was then that I decided my dream would be to live and work in Europe one day. I traveled alone for the first time. I didn't know anything, and I did everything wrong, including running out of money and hitchhiking. When I got back, I was completely different. I learned so much about myself. I learned how little I knew about the world and how small and insignificant I am. It was great. The other highlight was great news on a train. I have no footage of this. I will tell you, I am constantly getting great news on a train. Last time I was on the subway in New York City, my cousin called to tell me he was proposing. I cried on that subway train. This time, my cousin called to tell me they're having a baby. It was 8:30 p.m. in Zurich, half the train was sleeping, and I screamed. I'm sure everyone was annoyed, but I've learned 1, I am always on a train, and 2, if you get a phone call on the train, pick it up.